You have applied for dozens of remote jobs. You have uploaded your CV, filled out countless platform applications on various platforms, and maybe you've even started wondering if remote jobs are for you. The truth is, many people have done this, and many people are making few simple mistakes that are costing them opportunities. So in this video, I'm going to point out some of the mistakes that people are making and how to fix them. Okay. Hi, welcome back to this channel. For those that are new here, my name is Ropofatso and welcome to Money and Mastery. On this channel, we talk about everything making money online, remote work opportunities, digital skills, AI training, and so forth. Okay, so let's get into the video. Okay, so the first mistake that most people make is applying for everything. Yes, you heard me, applying for everything. Okay, so you are applying for data entry today, tomorrow you're applying for AI training, tomorrow you're applying for social media marketing. It doesn't work like that. Not that applying this like in various days, no, on the same day. People are applying for various jobs, different titles, different positions on the same day. And this messes one's mind, and you begin to wonder, what am I even doing wrong? Am I even fit for any of these roles? Am I cursed or something like that? Okay, yes, I know I might sound crazy, but what I need to tell you is employers can tell when you're applying randomly. So you have to pick 1 to 2 jobs and focus on those. You don't have to apply for every position that you see. Maybe you're applying for data entry, virtual assistant, customer support, AI training, social media marketing, graphic designing, social media management on the same day. It won't work. You have to pick 1 to 2 jobs so that you are able to focus on those jobs. Position yourself well on LinkedIn and try to apply for only 2 categories, 1 or 2 categories. Okay, let's move on to mistake number 2 that people are making in this remote era. Okay, so the second mistake is that most people, they use the same CV everywhere. I think I keep pinpointing in my videos that do not use the same CV for everything. Your CV will be stating this: hardworking individual seeking employment. You have to mention your skills, the relevant skills to that role, to a specific role. Not that that one CV has to be the one that you're applying for on data entry or social media marketing. It won't work. You have to make sure that your CV is tailor-made for that exact position, and your skills are also in line with the job that you're applying for. Okay, so this is what we call ATS friendly. Your CV is picked if they are keywords that have been used. For example, a job requires one to have a strong attention to detail skill. They require you to have maybe experience in certain data entry tools. You have to have knowledge of those things, and you have to pinpoint them in your CV, to write them in your CV, so that when a CV is being looked at, those things are easily picked, and you might actually have a chance to a job. Okay, so let's move on to mistake 3. Okay, so before we move on to mistake number 3, I want to urge you that you have to have multiple CVs for different kinds of jobs, and those CVs, you have to also tailor make them every single time when you apply for a job, because jobs are not the same. They come in different forms and they come with different requirements. So make sure that you pay attention to the job requirements and the skills required, and also look at the skills and your experience, and also make sure they are in line with what's required. Okay, let's move on. Mistake number 3 is having no portfolio. Yes, most people do not know what a portfolio is. I was one of them. Trust me, I was confused by the word portfolio. I didn't even know what portfolio means. So it's something that it's more like a document or a presentation of your work, your experience, showcasing the samples of the work that you have done. Okay, so many people think portfolios are just for designers. They are not for designers. A virtual assistant can have a portfolio. A marketer can have a portfolio. Social media marketer, social media manager, they can have portfolios. You have to have samples of your work. They might be in form of screenshots, in form of images, in form of the downloaded work. Those things, they are needed. So you have to create a portfolio. There are various platforms that can help you create a portfolio. So you need to have a portfolio to showcase your work. So examples of people of portfolios that you can have is for VA portfolio, the customer service examples, writing samples, research samples, writing, I even mean copywriting samples. You can have the samples. Content writing, you can have those samples. Research samples, like I said, screenshots and downloaded documents, downloaded images. You can upload them in your portfolio and then write briefly what the sample was for, or the case studies of those samples. Okay, so so a portfolio also can be a Google Drive folder. You can create have all your work in a folder, maybe in your Google Drive, but I would advise to create maybe a website portfolio, so you can send in form of a link or a document. For some people who prefer documents. Okay, so just make sure that whenever you do your work, you have samples to show to showcase them. Okay, you have samples to showcase to whoever will be needing the portfolio. Let's move on to mistake number 4. If you like this content, subscribe. Do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Okay, let's move on to mistake number 4. So mistake number 4 is ignoring application instructions. Yes, you might think you know what you're doing, but if you do not follow the guidelines, or if you do not follow the instructions that have been laid out, you are making the biggest mistake of your life. Okay, so companies, they often ask to use a specific subject line. I've seen this on Upwork. The job description would have a statement like start with this statement, or make sure you include the statement. So if you do not read the guidelines well, you might miss that, or they might send you a link to go to maybe to their Google Drive, and they will tell you to go into a certain folder and quote something that's there, to make to show that you are paying attention. We have that attention to detail skill, and if you do not pay attention to the guidelines or instructions, you are then doomed. Okay, so they might use a specific subject line, ask you to answer a question, or tell you to submit in a certain format, be it PDF or PowerPoint, etc. Okay, so these are just attention tests, and if you miss those, it shows that you do not have that attention to detail skill that they do require. Okay, so you need to make sure that you read the guidelines, okay, so you won't miss anything. Okay, so let's move on to mistake number 5. Okay, so mistake number 5 is applying without skills. Yes, not experience, without skills, because there are various jobs that do not require experience, but they do require certain skills. Okay, so in this case I'm talking about Google Documents, Google Docs, spreadsheets, email writing, knowing ChatGPT, research. Okay, you don't need years of experience, but you just need to know the basics. Okay, there are jobs that sometimes require you to have knowledge of Google Docs, spreadsheets, email writing. They make use know how to use ChatGPT and have the knowledge of how to do research, just basic research, not even the advanced one. So mostly these are for admin roles, but it is nice to just know how to use Google Docs. Okay, so you don't need years of experience to know this, but you just need to know the basics. Okay, so these are the 5 mistakes that most people tend to look down on. Okay, mistake number 6 is also to have a poor LinkedIn profile. So when recruiters search for your name, usually most jobs they ask for your LinkedIn profile. So when they look on your LinkedIn, most of the time they might not find anything that they are looking for. They want to see how you are professionally. They want to see what you are all about. If you post about your work, if you talk about your work, how do you show up online? Okay, so when they look at your LinkedIn profile and they see it is not optimized, they do not know what you are all about, they do not your LinkedIn profile doesn't even link to the jobs that you're applying for, then you are also doomed. So it is the best thing that you have to do is to try and optimize your LinkedIn. If you cannot do it yourself, there are people who offer career services for LinkedIn optimization, and they can help you optimize your LinkedIn. Okay, so that's it for this video. For those that did not see my previous videos for remote work sites that do hire Africans, and then the one for AI training skills, AI skills, and that are in demand, and the AI training sites that do hire beginners, go and check them out. And also the one for digital skills that you can learn to position yourself in this remote work better. Okay, see you in my next video, and if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe, comment, share and like, and see you in my next video. Bye.